Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Great to be here.
Today's critique looks at a SpeakDuo lesson based around a modern Family Feud context.
And you can go to SpeakDuo.com to meet new people around the world who are practicing English on video calls to become more confident with their English speaking abilities.
Right, so we have a solid list of idioms for advanced English learners today, so let's just jump right in.
Sounds good to me.
First up on the list is the phrase take a look back. The source material uses this in the context of reviewing a first season of a show or your high school days.
Yeah, take a look back. I mean, why not just say remember or review? Remember is just one word, right?
True, it is, but there's a nuanced difference there. Remember is a mental act. It's almost passive.
Like remembering where you left your keys?
Exactly. But take a look back implies an active, analytical, or even nostalgic review of a specific period of time or project.
Oh, I see. So it suggests you're actively trying to gain perspective on something.
Right. So in a workplace setting, you wouldn't just say, let's remember the last quarter. You'd say, before we start Q4, let's take a look back at the Q3 performance metrics.
That sounds much more professional and collaborative.
It does. And for an IELTS Part 2 response, you could say, when I take a look back at my childhood, I realize how much my environment influenced me.
That flows really well. It sets up a nice narrative. Okay, so what if we look back and see some conflict? That brings us to our next phrase, battle it out.
Battle it out. The source context here is literally teams fighting on stage to win a game.
But again, if we're at work, why not just say compete or argue?
Well, compete is very formal. It's a bit general. Battle it out implies a sustained, intense struggle until a clear winner is declared.
So it adds a lot more drama and intensity to the situation.
Exactly. Imagine telling a colleague, we let the two software vendors battle it out during the demo phase to see who really wanted our contract.
That paints such a vivid picture. It sounds like a gladiatorial match for the contract.
It really does. And for IELTS, if you're talking about family, you might say, my brother and I used to battle it out over who got to play the video game console first.
Oh yeah, that is a universal experience right there.
Definitely. Now, sometimes when you battle it out, things go wrong, which leads to our third phrase, screw things up or screw it up.
Screw things up. The source mentions having a lead in a game and not wanting to lose it. But is this phrase too informal for the workplace?
It is informal, yes, but it's very common in casual business settings. It's different from just saying, make a mistake.
Because make a mistake is pretty neutral, right? Like a minor typo?
Right. Screw things up implies a messier, more frustrating, or clumsy error. It's an error that actively ruins a situation or an opportunity.
So you own the mess. Like, I really don't want to screw things up with this new client, so I'm double-checking everything.
Perfect example. You're acknowledging the high stakes. And for IELTS, you could say, I was terrified I would screw up the presentation because I hadn't practiced enough.
That carries a lot more emotion than just saying you were afraid of failing.
It does. But what if the screw-up is massive? That brings us to a total disaster.
A total disaster. The source uses this for a team that couldn't get any answers right in the first round.
Yeah, it's not just a bad result.
How does it differ from just saying failure?
Failure is binary. You either succeed or you fail. But total disaster emphasizes the sheer scale of the mess.
Like complete chaos?
Exactly. It implies embarrassment or a total lack of redeeming qualities. In a work context, the product launch was a total disaster due to server crashes on day one.
Ah, that sounds incredibly stressful.
Right. Or for an IELTS speaking test, my first attempt at cooking a holiday meal was a total disaster. I burned the turkey.
Yeah, that really emphasizes the chaos of the situation. Okay, let's look at probability and impact now. What about long shot?
Long shot? The source references guessing fried chicken in the game, or applying for a job that seems out of reach.
Is it just another way to say something is unlikely?
Not quite. Unlikely is just a statistical observation. Long shot actually comes from betting in sports.
So it implies taking a risk.
Yes, it implies a specific attempt with low odds, but a potentially high reward. It highlights the audacity of actually trying.
I like that. So at work, you'd say, getting the CEO to approve the budget increase is a long shot, but we have to try.
Exactly. You acknowledge the odds, but you take the action anyway.
And for IELTS, I knew getting into that university was a long shot, but I applied anyway.
Spot on. Now, if that long shot actually hits, it might be a game changer.
Game changer. The source examples are getting a 4.0 GPA to boost confidence or waking up early to aid productivity.
This one gets overused a lot, so we need to be precise. It's not just an improvement or a big change.
Because an improvement is incremental, right? Just a step up.
Right. A game changer implies a paradigm shift. It fundamentally alters the rules, the process, or the outcome in a really significant way.
So it has to be transformative.
Exactly. Like, implementing AI for our customer support was a game changer for our response times.
It completely changed how the department operates.
Yes. Or for a personal routine and IELTS, buying a noise-canceling headset was a game changer for my study sessions.
That makes total sense. All right, let's pivot to decisions. Sometimes you don't have time to think, so you make a split-second decision.
The source uses the example of acting before a buzzer goes off.
How is that different from just a quick decision?
It's about the literal time frame and the pressure. A quick decision could take a minute.
But a split-second decision is instant.
Less than a second. It happens under extreme pressure or danger, highlighting pure instinct over deliberation.
Okay, like a safety context at work. The driver made a split-second decision to swerve, avoiding the accident.
Precisely. Or in an IELTS narrative, I had to make a split-second decision whether to catch the train or wait for my friend.
Very dramatic. Now, what about a decision that takes no effort at all? The source calls this a no-brainer.
A no-brainer is something very easy to understand or decide.
So it's just an easy choice.
It's stronger than that. It's slightly informal and a bit hyperbolic. It suggests the decision requires literally zero mental effort because the answer is just so glaringly obvious.
Oh, so it's a great way to show total confidence in a choice.
Exactly. Hiring her was a no-brainer. She had more experience than all the other candidates combined.
Or for IELTS, choosing to study abroad was a no-brainer for me because I love travel.
Exactly. And our final phrase before the quiz is top answer.
This comes straight from that Family Feud style game context, the most common or popular response.
Right. And it's important to distinguish top answer from best answer or correct answer.
Because best or correct implies an objective truth.
Exactly. Top answer implies consensus or popularity. It's just what the majority of people happen to think.
Which is super useful for talking about data or market research.
Spot on. When we survey the staff about perks, remote work was the top answer.
It doesn't mean it's objectively the best, just the most requested.
Right. And for IELTS, if you ask people about the hardest part of learning English, phrasal verbs would probably be the top answer.
That is very true. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here. Let's test retention with a quick quiz.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll read a sentence with a blank and provide 3 options, A, B, and C. Feel free to pause the critique here if you need to think about the answer before we reveal it.
Let's do it.
Okay, question 1. As we approach the final quarter, it's essential to blank at our initial projections to identify where our strategy deviated.
Option A, take a look back. Option B, battle it out. Option C, screw things up.
Feel free to pause if you need to think about the answer.
The answer is option A, take a look back.
Right. Just like reviewing that first season of a show, you need to actively take a look back at the projections.
Exactly. Question 2. The 2 tech giants are prepared to blank in court for years over the alleged patent infringement regarding mobile software.
Option A, take a look back. Option B, battle it out. Option C, screw things up.
Pause if you need a moment.
And the answer is option B, battle it out.
Yep, just like those teams fighting on stage, these companies are going to aggressively battle it out in court.
Question 3. If we surveyed 100 industry experts, the blank regarding the most significant threat to cybersecurity would likely be human error.
Option A, split-second decision. Option B, game changer. Option C, top answer.
Take a second to pause.
The correct choice is option C, top answer.
Because it's about the consensus, the most common response, so human error is the top answer.
Nailed it. Question 4. The marketing team has spent months on this campaign. We simply cannot afford to blank the launch with a poorly timed social media post.
Option A, battle it out. Option B, screw things up. Option C, take a look back.
Pause the audio if you need more time.
The answer here is option B, screw things up.
Right, you have a lead and you don't want to lose it. You definitely don't want to screw things up now.
Moving to question 5. Integrating artificial intelligence into our customer service workflow was a total blank for our overall response efficiency.
Option A, game changer. Option B, long shot. Option C, no-brainer.
Go ahead and pause if needed.
The answer is option A, game changer.
Just like the confidence boost from a 4.0 GPA, this integration was a massive paradigm shift, a true game changer.
Question 6. Securing a meeting with the CEO without a formal introduction is blank, but it's a risk I'm willing to take for this project.
Option A, a total disaster. Option B, a no-brainer. Option C, a long shot.
Hit pause to think it over.
And the answer is option C, a long shot.
Exactly. It's like guessing fried chicken against all odds. It's highly unlikely. It's a long shot.
Question 7. The driver had to make blank when the deer jumped onto the highway, successfully avoiding a potentially fatal collision.
Option A, a game changer. Option B, a split-second decision. Option C, a top answer.
Pause here if you want to guess.
The answer is option B, a split-second decision.
Pure instinct under pressure, just like hitting a buzzer before time runs out. That requires a split-second decision.
And our final question, number 8. Upgrading our security protocols was blank, given the recent increase in data breaches across the entire industry.
Option A, a no-brainer. Option B, a long shot. Option C, a total disaster.
Take a pause if you need to.
The final answer is option A, a no-brainer.
It was the completely obvious choice, requiring zero mental effort. Definitely a no-brainer.
And that wraps up our quiz.
Great job going through those. Using these specific idioms, like knowing when to deploy game changer or when to confidently say something is a no-brainer, really moves your English from intermediate to advanced.
It really does. It's all about mastering that social and professional fluency. We'd love to see how you put these into practice.
Definitely. Please submit your own written paragraphs or sentences using these advanced phrases for our next critique. We want to see your work.
We really do. Thanks for tuning into this critique. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you next time.